folks, good to see you again here at VanAnswer.com. As promised, we're going to go through 13.2 again, just the general concepts surrounding the workout that you want to be aware of, as well as breaking down some of the movements with Dr. Tyler. So first, we'll look at what we have. 13.2 is shoulder to overhead, deadlift, and box jump. So another good programming selection, obviously, by CrossFit, wanting to work a combination movement of both anterior and posterior chain with the box jump and the push press, or the shoulder to overhead, however you use it, and then a more posterior chain dominant movement in the deadlift. Keep that in mind as we go through this, because we don't want to put too much posterior chain into our shoulder to overhead, and more importantly, not too much into the box jump at a particular point. So keep that in mind, and we'll go over it more later. Now, before we even get into those movements, we had talked about accuracy and about whether we should retest. And a big thing is just understanding how we just approach the WOD as far as our output throughout the workout. So we have a 10-minute AMRAP. Well, some people know, hey, I know exactly what a 10-minute AMRAP should feel as far as my output. For other people who don't, you can kind of do a loose correlation to a 1-mile run, or maybe for somebody who has a little bit better cardiovascular endurance, a 1.25 mile run. Meaning, man, if you go out and you start ripping through these shoulder to overheads, you rip through the deadlift, you really blast through the box jumps, by round 5 you're going to be sucking gas and just wasting so much time just trying not to die. That doesn't get us any points in CrossFit. What does is the fact that we do more movements, we sequence out our rest a whole lot more intelligently, and we can really bump our reps up by taking this at maybe an 85 to 90% exertion level throughout the whole workout, really sustaining that until it's red line time at about a minute or a minute and a half, depending on your capability. So first and foremost, let's plan this out as far as our accuracy with our work capacity or our output. The next one is the shoulder to overhead. So I think the big thing here is, what does that weight mean to you? For me, as a long athlete that doesn't have a whole lot of upper extremity strict strength, what I did this morning was I push jerk, kind of a baby push jerk, every single repetition. Could I have push pressed it? Probably, through the first 4 rounds, maybe 5, but I would have been struggling, and I would have worked through a lot of energy just trying to press it out. I just said, hey, I know I'm probably going to have to do this anyway. I might as well save my whole system a little bit more by just doing a quick little push jerk and catching it about right here and coming up. Does it take me a little bit more time? Yes. But I'll never really get to that red line component at 5, and I didn't. The push jerks were very easy, and they were efficient and quick, so I don't think I lost any time doing that. So if you're kind of wondering about that 115 pounds or 75 pounds, and you think it might be a little bit hefty for you for a prolonged push press, go ahead and just throw that little jerk in there, and you'll be real happy what that does for your shoulders and arms. The next one is the deadlift, and I have right here, it says hips, hips, hips. We really want to be efficient with our deadlift, and one of the things that we teach here a lot is don't squat your deadlift. What that means is getting in that really low hip position and bringing a whole lot of knee into the deadlift. Really all that does is it wastes time and decreases your efficiency. In 13.2, it's all about how many reps can we do, how quickly, with not rolling through a ton of energy. So if we stay efficient and we stay in our hip with this, we'll be able to blast out more repetitions and have much more available for both the box jump and the shoulder to overhead. And the last one is the box jump, and we have arms. And that might be a little confusing to some people. Some individuals who are familiar with Dr. Romanoff and pose technique and the idea of unweighting the system will really understand how important the arms are. If you don't yet, this is a great opportunity for you to realize how much we do with our arms when we jump, both on that initial spring out of that position, but then also what we can do once we reach the top of the box to get full hip extension. And we'll talk more about that when we work with Tyler. The other one is the torso position. As we get tired, a lot of people are going to want to catch themselves on the box in this broken or deadlifty type position. The more that you can catch yourself in this torso upright squat position, the better you're going to be as far as being able to achieve these deadlifts. My biggest issue in doing this was coming off the deadlifts and going into the box jump. I was a little bit fatigued there as the rounds went on. I was able to do them all unbroken, but man, I was starting to feel it much, much more. By not getting into a deadlift type catch position, I feel like I allowed myself to maximize my repetitions throughout the workout. So this is a lot on the concepts. Hopefully that works. We're going to go and work with Dr. Tyler now to see if we can put a little movement into your understanding.
How low can you go? How low can you go? Death row? What a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Public enemy number one. 5-0 said freeze, and I got numb. Can I tell them that I really never had a gun? But it's the wax that the Terminator X spun. Now they got me in a cell cause my records they sell. Cause a brother like me said, well, Farrakhan's a prophet and I think you wanna listen to what they can say